Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? And welcome to Make It Happen Monday. Now, this week I'm trying a whole brand new setup. We are actually here in my back garden, my new back garden. We've moved away from the marina with all those amazingly beautiful yachts, and we've moved into a house where we think we are going to be getting a dog. Hence why we moved into a house, and here we are. This is my back garden and it's absolutely lovely, as you can see. I've also got a new microphone. I'm testing out my new Yeti that I got for Christmas, and it is huge. Look at the size of this thing. It's massive. It's almost bigger than in fact, it is bigger than my head, I think. So we've got a huge microphone here that I'm also testing the sound. Actually, I need to turn. I've got an air conditioner on over here, and I think that is going to be affecting the sound. Let me just turn that off. If all of a sudden a background noise, a hissy background noise has disappeared, then we know that it was that. So great test. Happy days. So today's episode, a little bit different. I'm not going to be setting you any challenges or anything. This is just really kind of a bit of a test episode to see how it works out in the garden. And I thought what I'd do is I'd couple it and let you know what our plans are for 2017, in the hope that whatever we're doing kind of inspires you with your business and your plans moving forward. So we kind of have two businesses going on at the moment. We have my Joe Barnes Online, my digital marketing business, which I started back in 2010. And to be honest with you, I took a bit of a back step from that in 2016 because I was working with my partner and really building our e-commerce business, and I can now call it an e-commerce business. Last year it was an Amazon business. This year it is becoming an e-commerce business because we are moving into our own store online as well. So we have actually already built out a Shopify store. It's up, it's ready, it's making sales, which I'm very happy about. And I'm about to start doing some serious marketing, sending lots and lots of traffic to that store. So I'm going to be talking quite a lot about how we're building that across the year. So if you are currently running an Amazon business or an e-commerce business, then you are going to love some of the content that I'm going to be sharing on how we're building that. Plus, you may or may not have seen my recent email when I was talking about a fantastic recurring revenue course that I was promoting for the lovely Mario Brown. And we're actually going to be looking, or I'm looking as well, into the recurring revenue business model again for our e-commerce business. It really is such a powerhouse of a business model. If you can get people to buy things from you over and over and over again, then you know that's a really solid and reliable stream of income. The issue I've got, of course, is that we're in kitchen products, and really you only need to buy these things once until they kind of run out, which is hopefully never, and then you may have to buy a replacement. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it yet, but there's a multitude of ways, and I'm really looking into it. So, you know, whatever your business is at the moment, you might want to start thinking about the recurring revenue business model. If you think about Amazon with their Prime membership, that's recurring revenue, yeah? You think about the Dollar Shave Club, which I always use an example. I think lots of marketers and entrepreneurs do now. It sold for $1 billion. Why? Because it sold the very best razors in the world? No, because it had millions and millions of recurring revenue customers signed up. So it was a very, very valuable asset. You think of Facebook and all the businesses that are on Facebook that are constantly using ads every month. Yeah, you think about, that's probably a looser example. You think about Netflix, recurring revenue, monthly payment for the Netflix. You know, so all the big businesses out there are turning to recurring revenue because it's such a solid and reliable stream of income. So whatever business you're in, you might want to start thinking about how can you add a recurring revenue model to that. So that's the kind of e-commerce side. Now let's move over to the JBO kind of digital marketing side. Well, one of the things I'm going to be doing is sharing lots and lots of content this year, doing lots of list building, doing lots of brand building, lots of profile raising. And I'm going to be using the experiments and the marketing and the things I do with my e-commerce business as great examples of how to use all the different streams of traffic that are available to us online. And in fact, in next week's video, I'm going to be talking about how to increase the traffic and how to get more traffic to your website, and talking about some of the key traffic streams that I'm really going to be using moving forward. But the goal is this year is that I'm going to be providing lots of blog posts, lots of how-to videos, lots of webinars. Gosh, I'm not even sure I did a webinar last year. So back on the kind of webinar circuit, giving lots and lots of great information on how to use these traffic streams to build and grow your business. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing with JBO. And I'm going to kind of leave it there at the moment. The reason being is because I've actually got a coach who's coming over to visit me in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be going through our businesses and working with that coach on brainstorming and planning and kind of deciding how things are going to work over the next few months, so I can update you a bit more further on that. But I will just say this: if you have a business or a brand that you're building and you're not yet delivering content, then that's something you really want to start thinking about. Whether it's a video like this, whether it's a podcast, whether it's blog posts, however you want to do it, you really need to be consistently and constantly delivering useful content that your community or people outside of your community who you want to bring into your community find interesting and valuable, and therefore will want to kind of become part of your community, and therefore you can continue to put your brand in front of them, and hopefully they will become customers. So just a little tip there on what you should be doing. If you're doing nothing at the moment with your business, get out there and start creating useful and valuable content consistently. It will pay dividends. Even if you're not kind of sending anybody anywhere yet, it will pay dividends. All right, so that's it for this week's Make It Happen Monday. No challenges, other than I do hope you've had a great start to 2017. Of course, do please share this with your friends if you found it valuable. I look forward to seeing you next week. We're going to be talking about web traffic. I want to make some of these videos a bit more practical this year. We did a lot of mindset stuff last year. I want to do a bit more practical stuff this year. I might even get the old whiteboard out actually and show some examples of how to do things on my whiteboard here in my back garden, and I'm hoping to have a bit of fun with it. So thanks very much for watching. Have an awesome week. As always, live on purpose and make it happen. See you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.